Hello, Steve White, TrekBoy89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, a little while ago, there was a video by the Sci-Trek guy, I can't remember his name, and he was talking about a little rumour that he'd heard that the reason why Star Trek Strange New Worlds has been delayed, because it appears to have been delayed, is because they were doing reshoots and they were reshooting the wokeness out of Strange New Worlds. Because if you don't know, Donald Trump's basically going after anyone and everyone that is remotely woke, and they're basically whitewashing everything, removing things from museums, rewriting history, removing things from websites and information, and just anything woke is a bad thing. And at the moment, Paramount is trying to kind of be bought out or merged with Skydance, and the FCC is threatening that, and they're doing that allegedly because Trump is putting them up to it, because he has control of everything now, and he's suing CBS, and he's trying to strong arm them into settling and paying him a whole bunch of money, so he will let the merger go through. So they are doing everything they can to try and appease the FCC, who is basically saying, you have to be racist now. You have to be white supremacist now. You can't actually talk about people of colour or minorities. You can't support them. You can't do anything like that. Anything that goes against our new anti-DEI laws, which are basically white supremacist laws. And one of the things they did when they looked around to see what can we do to try and, help our situation, they looked at Star Trek and said, well, shit, this is like the most woke thing that ever existed, and always has been. That's what Star Trek is. We better rein this in, or Trump's going to use it against us, or something to that effect. And they decided to go in and reshoot a bunch of things that were too woke. Now, what happened that's kind of interesting is Anson Mount messaged him, and I just realised I actually have more followers than this guy. I have more subscribers than this guy, and I'm like, how does he only have 3.9 thousand subscribers when his videos get so many more views than mine? I've got a bigger channel. I'm like, how does he have a smaller channel? It's really weird. But I was just like, what is happening here? Because Anson Mount messaged him, and that's why I'm like, he's such a small channel. How would he even know that? I guess because the video itself, I think, got a lot of views. But Anson Mount messaged him and basically said, there's no reshoots. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. He said he didn't know why the show had been delayed, but there were no reshoots. And I'm like, why are you believing Anson Mount? Anson Mount works for Paramount. They're his boss. He's there to shill and promote. And you've seen many times in interviews people producers just lying about shows and production things just because that's the image they want to put out, the situation they want to promote, what they want to promote, whatever. And I'm like, why are you believing him? And why would he even know? If the scenes didn't involve him that were being reshot, why would he even know about them? I mean, yes, I guess the actors could talk, but if the actors were told to keep it quiet because it looked bad, didn't want to hurt the show or have drama, and they told them not to talk about it, or maybe even put it in a contract, why would they tell him? Why would he know? The arrogance of him to think that he must know everything that happens in the production. Like, he's not one of the producers. He's just an actor. He may play the captain, but he doesn't actually run the ship. So, or that ship. So I just found it really funny. So what he was actually, the conclusion he came to is, well, they must have just been re-editing the show and removing things, and tweaking things, as opposed to actually reshooting things. I'm like, well, there's only so much you can do with re-editing, but I guess if the point is to remove things and cut stuff out, I guess you can do that, and if it doesn't make any sense, they've had bad reshoots on Star Trek Discovery particularly before, where scenes and whole episodes just didn't make any sense because they reshot a whole bunch of them because they're issues. So it's not exactly alien to them. But I just found it weird that Anson Mount took the time to respond to this tiny little YouTube channel, and I'm like, I guess it makes sense. I guess it's part of his job is to do this sort of stuff. And considering that he's so hardcore, that when there was problems happening with, I think it was Obi-Wan, or one of the black actors was getting some racist comments, and he turned around and was attacking all the Star Wars fans like it was his franchise, and it's really nothing to do with him. So he can't really keep his nose out of other people's business. So I can't imagine how he could be quiet about this, I guess. So I guess that kind of makes sense. But yeah, so I don't believe for a second they weren't reshoots, and he just doesn't know everything because he's not the producer, he's not the captain, he's just an actor, and unless he's in the scenes that are being reshot, he wouldn't know about it, he wouldn't have to, and they'd probably try to keep it secret anyway. So yeah, not buying it. I'm gonna go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this whole delay and the possible reasons why it could be delayed.